The intentions of the month of Ramadan is very important. We have to always make sure that we're doing this properly. All of our actions are based on having sound intentions, and without them, we can invalidate our acts of worship and the things that we're carrying out in terms of just being beneficial to the community. It can be destroyed without having sound intentions. And for the intentions of Ramadan, we have to condition ourselves to actually be mindful as we're entering into the month, even before it comes, of what we're getting ready to do. But after the sighting of the Hilal on the 29th of Sha'ban, if the Hilal is not sighted on the night, on the 30th of Sha'ban, that night, we need to make sure after Maghrib that we have solidified our intentions to fast for the month of Ramadan. At the first sign of that, the beginning of the month is a good practice to do this. This is the obligation, and once we've done that, the obligation has been fulfilled. All the details of the particular intentions for the 4 schools can be consulted with your local imams, and they can give you the basics of each one of the schools and how this intention needs to be carried out. But from that first night, that covers the month. But it is a very virtuous and highly recommended act that you actually renew your intentions every night after Maghrib. And this also has to be done before the Fajr, before the dawn enters. So between Maghrib and before Fajr, the intentions of Ramadan need to be made every night. And at the first of the month, the obligation is that you enter into the month with this intention that you're going to be fasting for the month of Ramadan. Also, we have to have a conscious understanding of the necessity of actually having the suhoor. It's a blessing and a barakah in that. A lot of people may think that if they forego the suhoor, that they're doing something a lot more virtuous than they would if they were to actually have eaten suhoor. And this is not really correct, because suhoor is a very strong and recommended sunnah by our Prophet ﷺ, and he has told us about the barakah and the blessings that comes with getting up in the morning before it's time to pray subh or fajr and eating a suhoor, because this helps you go through your day in a sound manner, because this is part of what we're trying to do. It's the intention. They know that you're getting up earlier in the morning, maybe an hour or two earlier, and you're eating this food. You're making some extra rak'ahs before it's time to pray subh or fajr, and you're preparing yourself to actually fast for the day. And this also helps if you did not make your intention that night after Maghrib before you went to bed. When you wake up in the morning before the fajr comes in, you're making your intention to fast. So this helps secure the fact that you're actually making the intention every day. This helps us. Also, as we're doing this, we should make sure that we have given ourselves ample opportunity to also eat before Fajr comes in, and we stop. We don't try to eat all the way up to the point where it's time for us to actually go pray and the fasting for that day has started. It's a good practice to make sure that we give ourselves some time. It's been narrated that the Prophet ﷺ would give himself enough time between his eating the suhoor and the Fajr, before Fajr comes in, where he would be able to recite 50 ayats. So that can probably say for some of us maybe 15 to 10 minutes, according to each own person's ability to recite, and so on and so forth. Another thing that we have to be mindful of as we're going into this month and as we're going through the month in these practices each day is that we want to make sure that our intentions are not conflicting with other things that we may expect during this month. Although it's good to have multiple intentions, the intention for the month of Ramadan should be just for fasting, strictly for the sake of Allah and nothing else. So again, to follow up, we should make sure that our intention comes after the Maghrib. During the first of the month, it should be on that first night after Maghrib when we know that we have to start fasting for the next day, and it should be done before the dawn. We should also make sure that we eat a suhoor. We give ourselves enough time after eating the suhoor to have a sort of a gap between that and the time that we're actually supposed to go to pray the Fajr. If some of us are in areas where we can actually hear the adhan, then it's good for us to stop as soon as we hear the adhan. If we are not sure that the time of Fajr is in, then we should not be eating as well. This is something that we should not do. Doubt does not give you the right to go and eat, because you could possibly be eating at a time when the Fajr is in and you would have to make up that day. So, again, I hope that everybody has a blessed Ramadan, and we appreciate you. Assalamu alaikum.